that ass spin.
Of the day. So let's just get this out of the way, everybody, okay? Please, let's get this out of the way. And I might even put up posted messages or whatever, okay? 2 days ago, we played Directive 8020. It premiered on the channel, all right? Everyone knew what to expect. It's a Supermassive Games narrative-based horror game, all right? We've played 4 different Dark Pictures anthology games. We've played Until Dawn. We played The Quarry. We even played this other game that was like a detective investigation game with horror in it. Everyone knows what these games are, okay? Everyone. So people coming to the stream know what it is and should know what to expect from the game, okay? I start playing the game. On the YouTube side, everyone was incredibly quiet. There was a lot of attendees. Like, it was almost 300 viewers on Tuesday, but almost no one was talking. Now, listen, I can't make people talk during the stream, especially it's a narrative-based game. Maybe people are just immersed in the story or whatever. But on the kick side, all of a sudden, people start ganging together and saying, we don't like this game. Slow-paced narrative horror. We don't like it. And so instead of saying, well, I don't like something, all right, I'll come back later. I know Phil's doing a react stream later tonight that I like. Or, you know, I know tomorrow he's playing a different style of game. I'll come back. Instead, everyone starts spamming thumbs down emotes in the chat. Now, I'll put up with that for a little bit, but what ended up happening was people literally spammed the thumbs down emote for over an hour, okay? And there were a couple people in the chat who wanted to talk about the game and were trying to interact with me, and they couldn't. It was just too many people spamming, and spamming has always been against the rules, okay? So I just want to make it abundantly clear here. That's not right, because there's people who are here to enjoy the content of the stream. Even if it may not be you and you're not liking it, please be respectful. Allow other people to talk. These people would not allow other people to talk. Okay? Which is sad. So I let it roll for over an hour. And then I said to everyone, listen, you got to stop. There's people who want to engage with the game. They can't because you're spamming. They still didn't stop. So then I timed them all out. It was about 20 people, I would say, I timed out. Most people learned and said, oh, okay, all right. We had our fun for long enough. Now we'll stop. There was still some people who sadly kept doing it and they got banned. Rightly so. You know, how many chances can I give you? How many warnings? All right. I don't want to do that again today. I want to make this abundantly clear. I just don't want to deal with that. So once I start the game, if it's not for you, all right, if it ain't your cup of tea and you know you're not going to like it, leave. Okay? Or if you want to stick around, you're welcome to stick around and hang out. You really are. Like, I'm not kicking you out just because you don't like the game. But you can't spam the chat with toxicity and negativity saying you don't like it. We get it. You don't like it. Fine. Big deal. Just for the record, I get it. But your opinion ain't that important. All right? Some people like this style of game. Some people want to be here for it. That's what they're on the stream for. So if you're not here for a game you don't like intentionally sticking around and misbehaving, you're going to be moderated. Okay, I'm sorry. I'd like you to come back when I'm doing something that you like. Like, for example, later tonight, I'm finishing my reaction to the Quartering documentary by June the King, and it seems like the juiciest stuff is at the end, right? Like, I actually had to end the stream back on Tuesday night because I saw something so shocking that took place during this documentary that I didn't know. My brain was like exploding and shutting down. I was like, I have to stop and we'll resume on Thursday with this. Okay? So if that's what you want, come back on the late stream tonight. You'll get it. But if you're here for gameplay and horror and some fun and some chill, you're in the right spot. If you're here to see tons of amazing action and riveting gameplay, and that's not what this game is. It's a slow burn narrative game with horror elements. People will die. Okay? And, you know, it is what it is. If you like it or don't, I'm not going to say to you, you have to like it. You don't. That's also why I'm a variety creator, because I make such variety of content that if you're not liking what I'm doing right now, you could easily come back on the next stream and you're fine because I'm doing something different. You know, just in the next 3 streams, I'm doing the end of the quartering reaction, right? Then I'm playing Saros tomorrow, and then I'm doing old school throwback fighting games for Friday Night Fights. You can't get any more varied than that. It's completely different. So I hope that you'll come by for that stuff, but please don't sit here and be all sour grapes that you don't like the content of this stream and ruin it for everybody else. It's just not allowed, and I'm just saying this up front. I'm trying to be as nice and fair as possible. If I see the spamming and I see people misbehaving, there's going to be timeouts, and then there's going to be banning. Or I don't want to do it. So what I'll probably do is put a posted message in the Kick chat right now. I received a $2 tip. Someone says, do you think anti-woke is starting to go too far? I have to roll my eyes at some of the accusations towards Directive 8020. I even saw that in your chat. Yeah, so people are saying just because the cast of characters in Directive 8020 are basically international and multicultural from all around the world, that the game is woke. I don't get that. If you take a look at the game, okay, so far, there's characters from all around the world. It's meant to be like that. Like, I think the whole point is that the crew is completely international because it's a collective effort to try to scout this planet so that humans can populate it and basically save the human race. So they sent people from all around the world. You know, there already, I think there was Canadian, British, American, Russian, and more. There's more. Like, I'm trying to think because we didn't actually get to see, because their suits have the arm badges of the country they're from, and we've only got to see 3 or 4 of them so far. But I think what they literally are going to have, like, a person from, like, every major country, I think, in the game. Like, that's the point that they're going for. I don't know what the point, how that's woke. Like, it's kind of like the idea of the International Space Station, where different countries come together to try to do something great for humanity. And I don't know how that's woke at all. And to be honest, we've only played the game for 3 hours. I don't think we've gotten far enough into the game to make these kind of judgments. What it is people, I'm not even kidding. Today, people see, like, a black woman, and they're like, oh, it's woke. La, la, la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh. What's really funny is the key art of the game is that character. Her name is Young. She's not the main character of the game because there is no main character of the game. They're all kind of equal, and you play as all of them at different times. So there is no front character of the game that's the protagonist. Get it? They're all kind of the protagonist. So the idiots who say, oh, the game's woke because the main character is a black woman. She's not. You're just retarded. You didn't play the game or watch anyone play it. You just made a judgment because you're a racist. La, la, la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh. So, yeah, I do think that it's ridiculous. Absolutely. I do think that it's dumb that people make those judgments. You have to, listen, any game could be bad and any game could be good. Any game could actually be over pretentious. It could push a narrative, or it could be doing something smart with the story. Who knows? So far, I've seen absolutely nothing whatsoever in this game that's woke. Nothing. Okay? And you know me. I don't like when games push liberal narratives. I don't like when games push conservative narratives. I just don't like having culture wars and politics in my games to begin with. So, you know, for me, I'm approaching it as basically a narrative-based horror game, okay? Just like everything Dark Pictures has put out before. And I'll make my judgments as I go along. I don't go in with preconceived notions because the key art for the game is a black woman's face that, oh, it's woke. Because I'm not a simpleton. I'm not an idiot. But a lot of people... La, la, la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh. People are. A lot of people today just want to go with a trend. They want to be told what to think. They want to be told to be outraged so that they can be outraged and feel like they're a part of a group movement, and that's sad. Someone tipped $2 and said people are saying GTA 6 is woke because there's Black and Hispanic people in it in Miami, laughing out loud. All that word is a racist dog whistle nowadays. Yeah, it's dumb because originally it was used as a way from liberal people to say, oh, you've been awakened to how things really are, that the world really is biased and racist, and we're living in a world that's not fair. And once you realize that you're woke, you've been awoken out of your trance, and you see the world for what it is. But then what ended up happening was the liberals went overload. They started permeating pop culture, social media, video games, everything with this leftist ideology, SJW and all of that. And when they did, everyone got tired of it. It's like, why is this narrative keep getting shoved down our throats 24/7? We don't think that every single person on the planet is a racist. We don't think that every single situation is racist. We don't know why they see the world like that. Not to say that racism doesn't exist. Absolutely it does, and it is a problem, and it needs to be addressed and handled. But it's not every waking moment of every single day in every single situation like they seem to believe it is. So then, when these narratives were getting pushed down your throat constantly, people would say, well, that's too woke. And they started using it as a negative term. Oh, woke is a bad thing. If you're woke, it means that you're brainwashed to think that everyone's a racist and everything needs to be liberal. And so then it became a negative term. Now, I'll agree. I think that it's gone too far the other direction. It's like I always say, the pendulum swings, right? So it swung one way too far, then it swings the other way too far. Sometimes it's in the middle. That's kind of where you want it, but it doesn't always stay there. So right now what's happened is now it's swinging back the other way again. And now everyone who's like conservative is like, everything's woke, everything's woke, everything's woke. Well, no, not everything is woke. Okay. But yes, some things are. You need to approach it with a rational mind and a fair judgment. You need to be neutral and kind of see things as they are rather than just be outraged about everything. But some people just want to be outraged about everything at all times because they've been told to on the internet by people who are literally trying to profit off of their outrage. Sorry, I was unbanning somebody who just requested it. So no, I mean, I'll tell you right now, so far, first 3 hours of Directive 8020, I see nothing woke. That doesn't mean that won't change. But so far, I don't see anything woke about the game. All right, let's continue and let's see what happens. Oh no, not him again, did a $5 super chat. They put so many DEI in media to gaslight people that maybe are secretly racist. Let me just put it this way. The people who are in charge in doing this stuff, they know what they're doing, and they know exactly what they want out of it. They're hoping to direct an audience one way or the other for their own purposes. Whether it's money, whether it's attention, whether it's power, whether it's votes, whatever it is, they're trying to take the control of the masses and trying to direct them to do what they want. Okay? To be a rational person, you need to be able to see things from a neutral perspective and judge. But so many people today are I'm either all the way over here or all the way over there. There is no in between. Well, if you're all the way on one side or the other, you can never make a rational judgment because you've been told it's either my way or the highway. It's either this or you're wrong. You don't have the ability to see from another perspective or to walk in someone else's shoes for 5 seconds to understand their different perspective. So how could you ever make a rational judgment? And that's what's happened with tons of people across the globe today. And all these people who are online and they're these content creators who are constantly saying things about the culture wars and about this political shit. They're doing it for money. They're doing it for attention. They're doing it for profits. Because if they actually were outraged, they would do something about it. They would actually try to change stuff instead of just sitting there on their streams and in their videos. And by the way, give me money because I'm yelling. Give me money because I'm yelling. Instead, they would go do something to change stuff. They would actually try to fix things and make things better for people, right? And the same goes for politicians too, because people, at least in American politics, all right, they're supposed to be public servants. That's what a politician is. Anyone who gets into a position of power in the government of the United States is supposed to be a public servant. That means you're only there to serve the people first and you second. So why is it that so many politicians get into positions of power with all these promises, never fulfill their promises from the campaign trail, but yet by the time they're done with their political position, they're rich? I thought you're a public servant. Why is it that the only person that was benefited from you being in power was you? Everyone is benefiting from these culture wars, and it's just not helping the public. The public have the wool pulled over their eyes. So now you can't even play a video game without looking. Is it woke? Is it not woke? Is there an agenda? Is this bad? Is that bad? Just fucking play the game and shut up. Just play a video game and enjoy it at face value and shut the fuck up. Stop microanalyzing every moment of every part of our lives for this culture war shit. We're tired of it. Normal people don't want to be angry 24/7. You know what I mean? We just want to relax and have fun with our lives. We don't want to be upset about things all the time. Bilbo Swaggins did 500 kicks. Says, I'm upset with you for what you said about liberals. As long as you pay me for being upset, I'm happy with that. Thank you so much, Bilbo Swaggins, for 500 kicks. Thank you. Much appreciated. Every time you're upset, be sure to send some more kicks my way. I appreciate that very much. I'll keep it going. All right. What's up, stepdad? How are you, man? Someone tipped $2 again, says, wow, a black character in GTA, that's never happened before. Sarcasm. People are in an uproar. I missed 10 to 15 years ago when there were no issues over, black characters or anyone like that. Do you think someone for like Lee from Walking Dead would be considered woke if it was released today? Again, it's fake uproar. So yes, I'm not kidding. I think that if the Walking Dead narrative-based Telltale game released today, people would be like, oh, the main character is black, so that's, it's woke. Yeah, I believe that. Someone tipped $1.50, says, I agree with this rant. What made DS Politics different? Did you end the show because of a lack of support or other reasons? Because I want to see your perspectives. It's this simple. People don't want any kind of a rational thought kind of judgment or opinion. They want to be outraged. They want drama. They want to believe that the world is black and white and it's their way is right and everyone else's way is wrong who doesn't agree with them. The reason they want to do that is because it makes life simple, it makes it easy, and it makes you think that you know exactly what's going on at all times. Okay? In reality, that's not life. Life is actually very complex. It's tons of shades of gray in between, and you need to do what's best for everyone because not everyone benefits from the same judgments or decisions, right? Sometimes it's a lot of compromise in life, okay? And you'll learn this as you get older, but a lot of people never mature to the point where they can even understand that complexity of thought. They just have this very childlike mindset, and they're adults growing up with jobs and kids and families, and they're simpletons in their head. They're just dunces. And they don't ever want to think complex thoughts because that makes life too complicated for them. So that's the problem right now that's going on is I want to do a show about politics. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to analyze stuff. And I'm going to tell you a rational thought kind of way to go about it. No, that doesn't agree with the left or the right ideology. So it's garbage. I don't want to watch that. Well, then you won't because I won't make it because I'm not going to waste my time with it. That simple.